Hi everybody, it's Lisa, Twyla's mom, and we are in the utility room. Yes, we're going to have ourselves a laundry chit chat. Yeah, let me move you a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, some of you have been asking what happened about the dryer. Well, get a sip of coffee here. Ugh. So the serviceman did come, right, at noon. But, you know, it's like I told Scott, it was up to him on whether he wanted to deal with it. Because I did tell him, you know, hey, I gave them a choice. So, you know, Scott, he decided to give him till noon, 1 o'clock, because he's got to get ready to go to work, right? Well, they did show up, so he decided to, you know, go ahead. Well, evidently, it is the tension pulley for the belt that is making this noise. So, it was, you know, Scott's like, well, how much is all that? And the man said, $300. $300. Whoa, that, in my opinion, is ridiculous considering the washer only costs like $5.20, $5.29, something like that. You know, it wasn't much more than that. So Scott just told him, well, let us think about it because, you know, that's more than half of what the washer originally cost us. Well, the man told him, he goes, well, I still have to charge you your service fee, which is $90. So Scott's like, well, I understand that. He goes, and the man did say, but if you call me within the next 2 weeks and decide to have me do this, I'll waive the $90 service fee. So he gave Scott some code or whatever. Scott's like, okay, fine. So, I got on the internet, on the YouTube, to find out how hard this is to change. And you know what? It's not that hard. It's more tedious than anything, because you got to take this cover off, you've got to take that cover off, you've got to unplug this wire, you've got to unplug that wire, you know. So, it's more tedious to do than anything. But the part itself only costs $42.75. Yeah. And the reason, no, Kat, no, you just came in and you've been fed, so give me a moment. It's like she hears the buzz from the video camera. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. So I told Scott this. I said, it doesn't look hard to do. And as a matter of fact, there's a great tutorial put out by an appliance repair company here on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it, but I did save it to my watch later's videos, you know, for us to go back on. And it shows you step-by-step clear instruction on how to do this. And so, we have decided that we're going to do it ourselves. The thing is, though, since this man came, it no longer makes this noise. I don't get it. It's almost like it never had a problem whatsoever. It just wanted to have the $90 paid, yeah. So that is the story behind the dryer. It was not fixed, but the man did tell us, he goes, it could go for another year, but when it goes out, it'll just stop turning. You know, so it's like, well, okay. So we're just kind of, we know what we need to do, we know what we need to order, and yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. and wait and see what happens. I didn't even order the part yet because, like I said, as soon as this guy left, it's like the noise just went away. Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, that's the conclusion of the dryer. Yeah, and the tension. It's not called the tension belt pulley or something. It's got a weird name. But that definitely holds tension on the belt. And the squeak and the rattles that you hear when that belt is loose is because the drum isn't, you know, tight. So, yeah. Let's see, what else has happened over the week? Oh, last Friday, I'm coming home from work, right? Last Friday morning. And it was not my weekend of work. They have broke us up into teams. And each team takes a Friday, and then the next week, the next team takes a Friday. And, you know, Saturdays are covered by the team that didn't work on Friday night because, you know, they very seldom have to work and yada, 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 you know. This Friday, though, is my team. We have to cover Friday night work. Yeah. It's just another excuse for them to say, hey, we're giving you a day off. Yeah. Anyway, last Friday was not my day to work. So I'm coming home Friday morning, and my car gives code 82, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like 10 miles from home, and I have to pass a Chevy, because I drive a Chevy Spark. Yes, I did have to trade in the Challenger. She was having some issues, but I got a really great deal on her, and a really great deal. I basically got the Spark and $3,000 in exchange for me to give them the Challenger. Yeah. Ugh. Do not get a muscle car that you are going to drive 70 miles a day. Yeah. Because muscle cars don't like that. No. Anyway, going right along. My little car, she throws code 82, and I'm like freaking out because in the past, every time I could have a car issue, it's on a Friday. It's on a Friday when they're already booked solid, you know, people getting things done for the weekend on their cars and stuff like that. So I'm like freaking out. I was gonna stop at the Chevy dealer. I passed one on my way home. I was going to stop and have them see what that code meant. But then I thought, no, I want to look it up first so they can't charge me an arm and a leg if I already know what the code means. So I came home, got on the YouTube. YouTube is just a wealth of knowledge on certain things. Yes, it is. Got on the YouTube and found out code 82 meant it's due for an oil change. Well, 2 weeks ago, my car had its oil changed, but no one told the car. Yeah. So I thought, okay, well, I'm scrolling down, and at that point, I'm relieved. It's like, yay, you know, nothing's wrong with my car. It's Friday, nothing's wrong with it. I can go and get this code deleted. Well, or reset is what it's called. To make a long story short, when I was going down the row of what code 82 meant, I found a tutorial, a couple of them, that showed how to reset it. And it was just easy peasy to reset this code, and I was amazed at myself. I truly, truly was. It was amazing. It was amazing that I could reset a code. Yeah. So I didn't have to bother anybody, you know, and go. I have a little oil. It's called a Quick Lube. It's not Jiffy Lube because it's locally owned, but they call it Quick Lube. And that's where I always take my cars to get their their oil changed and their fluids looked at, you know, things like that. So I didn't have to bother them to change my code or anything like that because I learned how to do it. Yeah. So that was a relief because in the past, like I said, every time I have a car issue, it's always on a Friday night. And you guys know I work on Sunday nights, so it is just downright impossible to get a car worked on that short a notice and to get a rental because everyone has rented their vehicle that they're going to use for the weekend, and I need one for Sunday night. Yes, I could use Twyla's car Sunday evening. I could do that and everything, but I'm trying to really save on mileage for her vehicle because we want this vehicle of hers to last her a good long time for when she does go out of town for college and things like that. So, yeah, that is the update on the dryer. We're just holding tight. You know, we know what the issue is if it happens. You know, we know what to do for it. The biggest concern would be waiting for the part to get shipped to us. But, you know, that's, if I go through Amazon, it'd be just, you know, 2 or 3 days. I'm not an Amazon Prime member, so it would be the normal 2 to 5 days shipping thing, depending upon whether they had it in their warehouse or not. I don't order off Amazon, but, you know, everybody else does. Ugh. So that is the update on the dryer. And I encourage you guys, if you have a question, you know, like how do they do this or what is this, look on YouTube. Yeah, look on YouTube. You can find a lot of people like you and me who like the code 82 on my car. I watched a automotive mechanic explain it. I'm like, okay, you know, I made sure, you know, you could tell he was a mechanic. It was a mechanic shop and everything like that. Watched him explain what it was. And then I watched individuals, people like you and me, who said what it was. Then the reset ones, the ones where I learned how to reset, they were individual people. They weren't mechanics, anything like that. One of them was a girl. She had a Chevy Spark, same year and everything as mine. And she had her camera pointed at the dashboard, at the steering wheel, you know, where I reset everything. And she went through step by step. It's like 3 steps. Push the menu button twice and then hold down the set button until you get to reset. And then you push it and it's cleared. You know, it's like, wow, you know. And then a guy, you know, just an ordinary guy like you and me doing it. He wasn't a mechanic or anything like that. So, yeah, I encourage you guys, if you've got something like my dryer, you know, I wanted to see what this serviceman was talking about, how hard it is to replace it, things like that. Look on YouTube, you know, see if there's a tutorial about it, if, you know, there's average people like you and me replacing a tension pulley wheel or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it. I've got it wrote down. Is there ordinary people who are showing a video on how to do this? And there is, you know. So do that. Yeah. Learn, you know, you're already on YouTube. Yeah. Watching videos like this. So get on there and learn something that you need to know. Yeah. I'm going to get off here now. I've got to tell Twyla this big pile of laundry here is all hers. She is going to put it away. So I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. You know I love to hear from each and every one of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.